Hey everybody, it's Liz. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a couple more unicorn projects. These are for the same swap that I'm participating in. I did break up my projects into a couple different videos so that I wouldn't have one long video. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So today I have two projects to share that are part of the same swap. And the first one is this really cute unicorn candy box that I created. I think it turned out so adorable, you guys. I filled it with like a little bit of shred and some candies, some of the favorite candies that my swap partner likes, and I just think it turned out so beautiful. I already shared it on my Instagram and everyone seems to really like it. I totally fell in love with it. I think it's beautiful. So I created this little box using the We Are Memory Keepers candy box punch board, which is this right here. This is the older version with the, purple, because I think now it comes with like the white and the pretty little teal color, but this is the older one, and I picked it up a long time ago, clearance at Joann's. I'm sure you could still find it. I think I've seen it a couple times at Tuesday Morning. So I made the box using the heavyweight cardstock because I wanted it to be nice and sturdy, and it's this beautiful teal blue color. It's just so gorgeous, you guys. So once I did that, I went ahead and used my Cameo to cut out this file here. It's a little unicorn file. I did shrink it down quite a bit because I think it's meant to go in front of the card or something, so I did have to shrink it so that it would fit perfectly on this little box because it's quite tiny. It's long but not as wide. So I added the little pieces to the front. These cute little roses are for my stash, and I glittered them up to give them a lot of sparkle because of course you have to have sparkle when it comes to a unicorn project. And then I just used a little bit of a pink ink and a dauber right here for the pink cheeks, and then I tied off each end with this pretty little bow. This ribbon that I had, where did I get this? I think I got this at Walmart, and it's really pretty because it's got like some gold, almost like iridescent, and it's just really cute. So I tied it off, made two little bows, and it's just so pretty, you guys. On the sides, I used a white pigment ink and a little stamp cluster. It's like a little stars and couple of other little things, but it's just basically little tiny stars, supposed to be like a little cluster, and I stamped on all the sides that did not have the unicorn face. So that's it. And like I said, I filled it with shred and candy for my swap partner, and I just love it. I think it turned out beautiful. Okay, so the next thing that I did make, this was one of the requirements for our swap, was a tag flip. So this is only my second tag flip that I've ever made, and I think this one turned out so pretty. I love it. This one is super chunky. It's got a lot of layers, of course. So again, we are using the Havana, the Prima Havana paper, which is beautiful, but we turned it into like a unicorn theme, so of course we had to incorporate unicorns into our projects. So this is my tag flip, super chunky. I love the way that it turned out. I think it's just so beautiful. And what I did here on top, I just added a bunch of ribbon for my stash, some pom-pom ribbon, this pretty little leaf trim, some lace, and just a bunch of colors that I thought would go really well with the papers that I selected. And then I just tied it off with the same ribbon that I did the little candy box with, like to create like a big tassel. So that's what I have on top where the ring is. And then so my tags were made out of let's see, I used that same die that I shared before. I think it's the Elizabeth Craft Designs. It's like a make a tag die. I can't remember what it's called, but it's an older die, and the reason I used it is because I really love the way that it creates this top. You can make any size tag, but I just love the decorative edge, you know what I mean? So that's what I used. I used heavyweight cardstock, and then I did of course back it up with the Prima Havana paper on both sides, front and back, and then I went ahead and decorated it. So my front cover is so pretty, you guys. I loved the way this turned out. I started off with a frame for my stash. I think I picked these up at Tuesday Morning, and what I did is I covered it with the Prima Havana paper, cut around it, and then the center part here I created on my computer, just Word document. So it says, "Roll me in fairy dust and call me a unicorn." I thought that was so cute. What I did first, I inked the background using my Distress Oxide inks, as you can see, and I did use that same little star cluster in the white pigment ink. Hopefully you are able to see that in the background. It just turned out really cute, you guys, and then I just printed it out, cut it up, and used it for the frame as part of my cover. This is a Spellbinders die that I used some rose gold glitter cardstock to cut out, and it turned out really pretty. I love how shimmery it is. Excuse me. The unicorn is from my Cameo. And I just love the way it turned out. It was a lot of little itty bitty pieces. Like all these are tiny pieces that I had to, you know, obviously put together, but it is so worth it because it just turned out so lovely. I added a little rose here to the hair. There's a couple of sequins in the background, as you can see, and some rose gold or like a pink. It's not exactly rose gold to me. It's more like a dusty pink or something. I did some crepe paper pleating here. On top of that is some beautiful crochet lace. I created a little cluster of flowers, and then the leaves are from my Spellbinders die, and I used a rose gold foil to create those little leaves. In the background you can see a pretty paper doily, and I just love the way this one turned out. Each of the tags does have a reinforcer right here. Again, that was cut out with one of my dies using the rose gold foil. And I think I got that paper from Hobby Lobby, and I believe it's on sale now for like half off. So definitely go, this is when you need to stock up on those specialty papers. So really pretty. And the back is just covered with another piece of the Havana paper. I didn't do anything to the back because it was super chunky already. So I just, you know, covered it with the paper. So I did share these tickets in my last video, but this is how I'm going to include them in this tag flip. So if you guys want to know how I make these, just check out my previous video. It's so cute. Made the little tickets, added the packaging, and then just added it to my tag flip. And then here is another really cute page that I created. On this one, I wanted to create like a bigger area, or wider, if you will, so that I could fit, or not wider, I mean like depth. You know what I mean? I needed something to really have more space, more room. So I made like this flap, like a pocket, or not a, you know, like an additional page. So let me tell you really quick what I did here. So basically I just fussy cut this little cluster from the collection. This is a ticket from the collection that I attached to the back. Here are some sequins. There's a little bit of, this is washi tape from the collection, this up here too. And I just added like little bits here and there. Here I have a mini clothespin with a little bow that I created, and I topped it off with a flat back pearl. And basically this, you open it up, it's like a little flap, and then you open it up and you have like an additional page, or, you know, I guess you could say it's a pocket. I'm not sure what you would call it. I think it's just another page because it's not really a pocket. It doesn't hold anything per se, you know. So I did use some white cardstock, again heavy duty, so this could be nice and sturdy. Then I covered it with the paper, and I used Velcro so that I could hold it in place. So here, this paper was super busy. I had a hard time with this one. I'm like, what am I gonna do here? Because it's just so busy. So I just used like some doilies that I cut up, you know, as you can see here, some paper doilies. Here's the word shine. It's a die from my stash. These little stars cut in the rose gold are from my stash, as well as this unicorn that I paper pieced, the horn, the tail, and the mane. And then here are some vellum clouds that I cut up. And then I stamped those little stars on them. And then I just kind of made like a little, I don't know, like a collage, just to break it up because this was so busy. So on this side, I have this cute little paper bag that I embossed using a Maggie Holmes embossing folder. It's basically like little roses. And then I have the word believe that I cut out from rose gold, a couple of little fishtail banners, and then there's that little clothespin. And then so this you could take off. Oops, the whole thing came off, sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. But I didn't glue it down or anything, so she could just take it apart. And of course you can use the words, the fishtail banners. I filled this little bag with some vellum die cuts in different colors of those pretty little clouds, because I feel you can use those in a lot of projects, you know. I'll fix that later. I didn't want to take too long on this video, so I'll just fix that when I'm done. So that is the next page. And then here I just did, I found these beautiful little unicorn stickers at Michael's. I'm sure you guys have seen these already. So basically I just kind of repackaged them, or not repackaged them. I used the exact same packaging because it came with like a cardboard. The exact same packaging. All I did was I covered it up with this pretty paper. And I used a stencil to create the cloud background that you see in the back. Turned out really pretty. I just wanted like a soft clouds. And then these little stars are from my stash that I just cut out using, I think this is gold, just regular gold foil. And then I did cut the little slits here so that I could put the little sticker sheet in there. And it's just so cute. So I used the exact packaging. I just covered it up with paper and added a couple of things, you know. So that turned out really cute as well. I love that. And then this next page, this is a pocket page, and I created some tags. So down here, after I made the pocket, I added little bits of doily that I had left over, another piece of the Havana paper. These are cut from the same Havana paper. I just, spelled out the word tags. Here's some of that washi. And then I created this little diamond heart using, I think this is a Maggie Holmes die. So I used rose gold and then I backed it with some Havana paper. And then over here is the pretty little tassel trim. It's so cute. I love it. And I just added it to the top. And then I created 4 little tags and they're so cute, you guys, so pretty. So this one was done with a Spellbinders die and I should have grabbed it. I'm sorry I didn't, but I want to say it's called Labels 1. I could be wrong, but it's one of the Labels tags or Labels die. But I thought I would make a cute tag. So I just used this pretty blue cardstock. I cut out an oval from the Havana paper, and then this is the same unicorn that I shared before, but what I did is I just cut it off here to create just like the bust in the rose gold. Really pretty. I added some pearls and then just this cute little embroidery floss. I thought it went really well with the colors. So I did ink the edges of the oval. So that's one tag, and then here's another one. And this one is so pretty. I love it. I used a stitch tag die. These are some more stars in rose gold. I stamped I Believe in You, and I cut out the unicorn first. I backed it onto another piece that had the beautiful pink Havana paper with the foiling. It's so pretty. And then here I used some tulle that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and it's in a rose gold and it's got shimmer. It is so beautiful. So I just made like a little bow up here, and then it is backed with some heavyweight cardstock. And it turned out really pretty. I love it. I think it's so cute. So that's the second tag. And then here's another one that I made. And this one's pretty as well. Again, I use the stitch tag die. This is a different shape die. I have these clouds that I picked up, and basically I just cut them out to fit on the top and the bottom so that it looks like the unicorn is, just kind of in the clouds. Here are some stars cut with some rose gold glitter paper, and then there's the unicorn again, the same unicorn from Spellbinders, and I just cut out using a scrap of the Havana paper. And then this one says, "You are magical." So pretty. And there's a little bit of sparkle from the tulle because I think the glitter just kind of gets all over the place. And then here's another little bow with the tulle. And then here's a second tag similar to the first one that I shared, but this one's in white. I just used some different papers, and again, the rose gold unicorn. So that I think turned out really cute. So I'm just gonna tuck these back in here, cute little tags. And this way she can use these tags like in gifts and stuff, and for whatever she likes, even in her projects. And I'll just fix that a little bit later. So let's move on to the next page. And this one I think is my favorite. It turned out so pretty. I just love this. Look how beautiful this is. So, I mean, I love this little girl. She's from the chipboard collection from the Havana, or the chipboard pieces from the Havana collection. I knew I had to use her because she's just so pretty with all the flowers in her hair. So here what I did is, again, I used, this is a glassine bag that I've had in my stash. I did emboss it using the Maggie Holmes rose. You can barely see it, but it is embossed. You can see it better in person. And then I used rose gold Martha Stewart doily here. And then this is where I use the chipboard piece. Here you see some crepe paper, and again, that pretty crochet lace. I also have a piece of tulle. Hopefully you're able to see that I just kind of adhered, kind of like wonky. And then I made a cluster of beautiful flowers. Some are Havana flowers and some are from my stash. And then here's a Spellbinders die again with the leaves, and I just, used the rose gold foil to create those. So pretty. I just love the way this turned out. And then this is a fussy cut butterfly from the Havana collection. I topped it off with a mini clothespin and a little tiny bow that I created, and again, just a flat back pearl in the center. This little bag is adhered to the tag, so it won't go anywhere. You take that off, and then I basically cut out a bunch of gold foil and rose gold foil unicorns, and these I cut out using my Cameo, and they're in different shapes. Again, I did like 3 in rose gold and 3 in gold because I feel like she could use those colors, in other projects. So hopefully she enjoys those. And I think there's like 6 of them. They're a good size. They're probably maybe 4 inches. I think the smallest one is like 3.5. So they're a good size unicorn. These would be great on front of like a card. Okay. So that page is my favorite, I think. And then I think this is the last one. Okay. And then so this one, I created the same type of thing that I did before with the flap, the additional flap. Again, everything is covered with the beautiful Havana papers by Prima. In this one, I created a beautiful rosette using crepe paper. Basically, it's a double rosette, so it's 2 layers of crepe paper. The top layer has beautiful chunky glitter all around it, and it's a beautiful pink color. And then I used a scallop circle here in the center. This is one of those little unicorn die cuts from the Party City pack, as well as these stars, but I did glitter up the stars because they don't come glittered, so I just added glue and sprinkled some gold glitter on them. And then they are, well, the unicorn is backed up on some foam to give it a little more dimension. So that's that. This here, these leaves are cut out, fussy cut from the collection, and I just kind of adhered them to the back because this kind of reminded me like a big flower, so I just kind of thought the leaves would go really well. And this one, because of the fact that I have this here, I did not attach the Velcro, so it doesn't want to stay closed. I have the Velcro here, but I didn't attach this piece. It was like an afterthought. So you open it up, and here I have a piece of vellum where I did a little bit of a scallop edge down here at the bottom, and then I created a pretty little banner paper clip for her. I think it turned out really pretty. It's using the rose gold paper clips that I shared before in my previous video. Here I have a ticket from the collection. I punched out a crown. This is a Martha Stewart punch, and I used rose gold glitter paper. So pretty. I have a piece of tulle. Hopefully you're able to see that. I know sometimes the details are, you know, it's so much better in person, but you can see a little bit of the tulle. And then I have some washi tape in the background. I have these cute little flat back pearls that I added here and the top corner, and it's really cute. So it's got just a little itty bitty tiny piece of a glue dot to the back so that it would stay in place, so she can remove it and definitely use this like in a planner or in any project that she would like to use. And then this one here, I did, let's see, some tearing, and I created a pocket using 2 strips of torn Prima paper, and the pocket holds these cute little Polaroid embellishments that I created using the Prima paper. And they're not unicorn themed because I feel that way she can use them on something else if she liked. So I just created these using some square dies that I had in my stash in different sizes. And then I fussy cut little itty bitty elements from my 6x6 paper pad that I kind of layered on top of one another to create the clusters. And it turned out really cute. This one down here is backed up on some foam to give it a little more dimension than the other pieces. So super cute, and this would be great on a project as well. I wanted to make her a few embellishments that weren't necessarily unicorn themed so that she could use them again on something else. And then this one is so cute. It's a little bit bigger. And again, I just fussy cut some elements from the 6x6 paper pad. I have some washi tape down here. There's a little bit up here too, but I got covered up by the fussy cut piece. Okay, and then here's the last one. This one's so cute too because it's so tiny. So I have a little bird. Let's see, the little floral, like a little pot with a little heart. It says I love that. Really, really cute embellishment. So these are like little Polaroids, and these are so easy to make, you guys, because you can use your scraps, and if you have like square punches or square dies, these are really cute. You know what, I'm gonna put those in later. Okay, and then I have this one decorated with a little Polaroid that I made of my own so that I could adhere it on here, and it kind of just went with the embellishments that I was adding. So I have a couple clouds that I die cut, and then I did the little Polaroid using this pretty teal color cardstock. This one says always be yourself, unless you can be a unicorn, then always be a unicorn. And I did the same thing here that I did on my cover. I used my Distress Oxides inks to create the background, and then I adhered it to the back of the Polaroid piece. And it's inked, and then I dabbed, or not dabbed, but sprinkled a little bit of water to give it a distressed look. I have a cute little itty bitty tiny unicorn sticker from Michaels, and then this one is from Hobby Lobby, and it just says dream, and it has some dimension to it. And then I adhered these itty bitty gold stars up here in the corner, and that's it. It turned out really, really cute. So I love the way this page turned out as well. And then my back is just, you know, covered with the Havana paper, and I just need to put my handmade, you know, sticker on there, and it is good to go. So that is it. I made this video long enough. See, imagine if I had shared everything at once. It'd be like an hour video. So I will put that stuff back in. Hopefully you enjoyed my projects. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about my project, if you liked it, or not. And hopefully I've inspired you. These are just so beautiful. I love the way that, you know, we were able to incorporate unicorn theme into the Havana paper. So it turned out really nice. And I really, really hope my swap partner likes this. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. And I'll be seeing you real soon with another video. Bye, everyone.